Hello everyone, it's Michael again. So today we are going to do a walkthrough in this lab 1 introduction to AWS IAM. So AWS Identity and Access Management IAM is a web service that enables Amazon Web Services AWS customers to manage users permissions in AWS. With IAM, you can centrally manage user security credentials such as access keys and permissions that control which AWS resources users can access. Topics covered include this lab will demonstrate the following. So we have this architecture right here. This account have user 123, have EC2 admin, EC2 support, S3 support. This is our group. It have IAM policies, EC2 view, start and stop access. IAM policies for this one is EC2 read only access. For S3 support, it's going to be S3 read only access, and it's assigned to different users. In this lab, we're going to explore pre-created IAM user and groups, inspecting IAM policies as applied to the pre-created groups, following a real-world scenario, adding users to groups with specific capabilities enabled, locating and using the IAM sign-in URL, experimenting with the effects of policies on service access. Other AWS services. During this lab, you may receive error messages when performing actions beyond the step in this lab guide. These messages will not impact your ability to complete the lab. AWS Identity and Access Management. So AWS Identity and Access Management IAM can be used to manage IAM users and their access. You can create a user and assign them individually security, credentials, access keys, passwords, multi-factor authentication devices, and can manage permissions to control which operations a user can perform. Manage IAM roles and their permissions. An IAM role is similar to a user in that it is an AWS identity with permission policies that determine what the identity can and cannot do in AWS. However, instead of being uniquely associated with one person, a role is intended to be assumable by anyone who needs it. Manage federated users and their permissions. You can enable identity federation to allow existing users in your enterprise to access the AWS Management Console, to call AWS APIs, and to access resources without the need to create an IAM user for each identity. The duration of this lab is about 40 minutes. So now let's go straight to task 1, explore the user and groups. So in this task, you will explore the users and groups that have already been created for you in IAM. So in the AWS Management Console, go to Service and select IAM. Okay. So in the navigation pane on the left, choose users. The following IAM users have been created for you: user 1, 2, and 3. So on the left side, I choose we users, user 1, 2, and 3. Choose user 1. This will bring to a summary page for user 1. The permissions tab will be displayed. And here our user 1 right here. I have not in it yet. We have to have a tag, however, Cloud Lab. Awesome. Let's go back. Notice that user 1 lab does not have any permissions, so choose the group tab. User 1 also is not a member of any group, so now we're going to choose the group tab on user 1 right here. What we're going to do next is we'll choose the security credentials tab. User 1 is assigned to a console password, so we'll choose security credential tab in here. Awesome. And let's say user 1 is assigned to a console password right here. They have assigned to the console password. Let's check them out. What does it do? Okay, so I guess we have to give our IAM username and password in order to log into that one. You will sign off your account. Press reload. sign in again. Oh no, I'm just sign out for this one. Oh, how can I get back? I can refresh back. Nope. And username and password, I do not have this. This is generated by the labs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and open AWS again. Awesome. So I'm going to put it back here. Close this tab. So I guess I'm not supposed to do that. But now we back to where we are. We go to IAM again and go into users and go back to user 1, and then we go to credential security. So this is our console sign in right here. Awesome. Now in the navigation panel at the left, choose a user group. Users group right here, and then the following group have been already created for you: admin, support, and admin. EC2 admin, EC2 support, and S3 support right here. EC2 admin, EC2 support, and S3 support groups are already predefined. Now choose the EC2 support group. Okay, choose the EC2 support group right here. What we're going to do is this will bring you to the summary page for the EC2 support group. This is EC2 support group summary page. They have used a group name EC2 support, creation time February 5 today, and the ARN with the Amazon resources name right here. Awesome. Now what we're going to do is we're going to choose the permission tab. Okay. So this group has a managed policy associated with it called the Amazon EC2 read-only access. Managed policies are pre-built policies built either by AWS or by your administrator. They can be attached to the IAM user and groups. When the policy is updated, the changes to the policies are immediately applied against all users and groups that are attached to the policies. Choose the plus sign icon next to the Amazon EC2 read-only access policies to view the policies details. Okay, so this is the details, this policies. Let's see. So look like this versions is, so this is first is the version. Our statement is an array of containing different objects. So in here in this array statement, we each object is going to have a 3 different keys. So the 3 different keys are effect, actions and resources, and its associated values. Here the effect is allow, action is easy to describe, resources is star, which means allow all. Here the next one is allow, elastic, low balancing, describe, star. Here we have allow, actions with the values, associated values, which is an array with clouds and its associate value, CloudWatch and associate value right here. CloudWatch list metric, CloudWatch get metric statistic, CloudWatch describe, resources all star, effect allow, action under scaling describe all, resources star all. Okay. So note that the policies define what actions are allowed or denied for specific AWS resources. Specific AWS resources. So this policy is granted permissions to list and describe information about EC2, Elastic, and load balancing, CloudWatch, and auto scaling. This ability to view resources but not modify them is ideal for assigning to a support role. The basic structure of the statement in an IAM policy is effect says whether to allow or deny the permission. Action specifies the API calls that can be made against an AWS service, e.g. CloudWatch list metrics. Resource defines the scope of entities covered by the policy rule, e.g. a specific Amazon S3 bucket or Amazon EC2 instance or star, which mean any resources. Now we're going to choose the minus icon to hide the policies detail. Okay. In the navigation pane on the left, we want to choose user groups. Choose the S2 support group and then choose permission tab. S2 submission, S2 support into the permission tab. Now the S2 support groups have the Amazon S2 read-only access policy attached to it. Now choose the plus icon to view the policies detail. Okay, this is our S3 read-only access details, which is an object that containing two key value pairs. The first one is version, the second one is statement. Statement associates value is an array that containing an object, and inside this objects we have three different key value pairs. Effect is associated value, allow action and its associated values wrapped in an array, and resources is a store meant any resources. Awesome. So now choose the minus icon to hide the policy detail. In the navigation on the left, we will choose the groups user group again, and then we'll choose the EC2 admin groups, EC2 admin group, and then choose permission again, and go to see is policy, EC2 admin policies here. So similar to the other one, we have an objects and a grab two different key value pairs, version and statement. So statement has associated value that grab inside an array that contain an object inside the object with three different key value pairs as well, and its associated value. Awesome. So this group is slightly different from the other two. Instead of a manage policy, it has an inline policies. Alright, is inline policy, which is a policy assigned to just one user or group. Inline policies are typically used to apply permission for one-off situation. Choose the plus icon. This is customer inline. Right, I see. Choose plus icon and view the policy details. This policy grants permission to view the describe information about Amazon EC2 and also the ability to start and stop instances. Now choose the minus icon to hide the policy. Okay. Business scenario. For the remainder of this lab, you will work with these user and groups to enable permission supporting the following business scenario. Your company is growing its use of Amazon Web Services and is using many Amazon EC2 instances and a great deal of Amazon S3 storage. You wish to give access to new staff depending upon their job functions. So we have user 1 in the S3 support group. Permission is read-only access to Amazon S3. User 2 is EC2 support group with the permission read-only access to Amazon EC2. Users 3 in the EC2 admin group with the permission to view, start and stop Amazon EC2 instances. Now task 2, add user to the group. You have recently hired user 1 into a role where they will provide support for Amazon S3. You will add them to the S3 support group so that they inherit the necessary permissions via the attached Amazon S3 read-only access policy. You can ignore any unauthorized errors that appear during this task. They are caused by your lab account having limited permissions and will not impact your ability to complete the lab. Now add user 1 to the S3 support group. So on the left navigation pane, we're going to choose user group again. Then we're going to choose S3 support group. S3 support group. And then we will choose the user tab. Inside the user tab, we're going to choose add user. And then in the add user to S3 support window, configure the following. We're going to select user 1, and then at the bottom of the screen we're going to choose add user. Awesome. So we add user 1 to the first group. So the user tab, in the user tab you will see that user 1 has been added to the group. User 1 is added to S2 support. Now add user 2 to the EC2 support group. So you have hired user 2 into a role where they will provide support for the Amazon EC2. So using similar step to the above, add user 2 to the EC2 support group. So this is EC2 S1, but we want to add a EC2 support group. EC2 support group right here, and then we go to a user, add user. We want to add user 2 into this EC2 support group. So now EC2's support group containing user 2. Now add user 3 to the EC2 admin group. So you have hired user 3 as your Amazon EC2 administrator who manage your EC2 instances. So using similar steps above to add user 3 to the EC2 admin group, user 3 should now be part of the EC2 admin group after we add user 2 to EC2 admin group. So go to EC2 admin group, and then we go to add user and go to select user 3 and add user 3 to the EC2 admin group. Now that is done, so user 3 now be part of the EC2 admin group already. So in the navigation pane on the left, we're going to choose user group again. And then its groups should now have like a 1 in the user column for the number of the user in its group. So it does have 1 in here in its user column because we just added users into these groups. If you do not have a 1 beside each group, revisit the above instruction above to ensure that each user is assigned to the user group as shown in the table in the business scenario sections. Task 3 is sign in and test users. So in this task, you will test submissions of each IAM user. So in the navigation pane on the left, we're going to choose dashboard. And then an IAM user sign in link is displayed on the right. It will look similar to this. This link can be used to sign into the AWS account you are currently using. So copy the sign URL for IAM user in this account into a text editor. Okay, so we're going to copy this into a text editor. What we're going to do is create new one right here. I will save it right here. IAM user sign linked. So make sure this is the right one. Is it the IAM user sign link? The sign URL for IAM user in this account. Yep. That is correct. So next, we'll copy this into a text editor, which we completed. Open a private incognito window. We are using Firefox, so it should be open a private incognito window. What I'm going to do is open right here. I'm going to put it here. Go here, incognito. Let's go back to instruction, incognito. Select new private window. Select new private window. Okay, so this is our new private window right here. Let me put it here. Okay, so this is our new private window. So this step is done. Now paste the IAM user sign-in link into the address bar of your private browsers sections and press enter. Alright, I'm going to copy this link right here, and in here I'm going to paste the link in. Now we have to log in into there. Next, you will sign in as user 1 who has been hired as your Amazon S3 store support staff. So sign with first the username. I'm going to use user 1, and for the password, that's going to be this password right here, last password 1. And then what we're going to do is enter. So now we are in user 1 account. So in this service menu, we're going to choose S3. Okay. And then choose the name of the bucket that exists in the account and browse the content. So since your user is part of the S3 support group in IAM, they have permission to view a list of Amazon S3 bucket and contents. Note that the bucket does not contain any object. Now test whether they have access to the Amazon EC2. So this is our bucket. We're going to look at enter our bucket. There's nothing in here. Insufficient permissions. So in the service menu, we're going to choose EC2. Let's see. In the service menu, we want to choose EC2. Alright, so I'm going to choose EC2. And then on the left navigation pane, we're going to choose instances. And then you cannot see any instances. Instead, you see a message that states you are not authorized to perform these operations. Not true. I do see instances here. Oh wait, actually, EC2. I need to go to EC2 in here. Not the main one right there. Not this one. So we want to go to instances. Right here we have this message. What about the very first one? Where we need to go? Bucket. Go to S3. What about we go to S3 here? S3. Right. We have bucket. Yep, we have this bucket right here. Nothing in here. Now we go to back to EC2. This is our user 1 account. This one right here is our root account, but here this is our user account. So in the service menu, choose EC2. On the left pane, we'll choose instances. You cannot see any instances at all in here. Yep. Instead, you see the message that state you are not authorized to perform these operations. This is because the user has not been granted any permission to access Amazon EC2. You will now assign in as user 2 who has been hired as your Amazon EC2 support person. So sign user 1 out of the AWS management console by completing the following action right here. So on top of the screen, choose user 1 and choose sign out. We want to sign out. Cool. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to paste the IAM user sign-in link into your private browser. Tap address bar and press enter. So copy this, paste in here again, and we're going to sign in with new username and password for user 2. Now sign in. So in services menu, we'll choose EC2. Okay, this loading. So on the navigation pane on the left, we're going to choose instances. Okay, instances. Nothing in here yet. So you are now able to see Amazon EC2 instances because you have read-only permission now you are able to see EC2 instance because now you have to read all in permissions. However, you will not be able to make any changes to the Amazon EC2 resources. If you cannot see an Amazon EC2 instance, then your regions may be incorrect. So on the top right of the screen, pull down the regions menu and select the regions that you noted at the start left. For example, North Virginia. Let's see, this is North Virginia. This one is Ohio. We're going to switch back to North Virginia, and we should see some instances. Yes, there's a bunch of instances right here. Awesome. Select the instance name LabHost. LabHost. There are two LabHosts, but only one is running. So I'm going to click this one in here. So in the instance state menu above, select stop instance state. What I'm going to do is select stop instance. Click stop. In stop instance select. You will receive an error stating you are not authorized to perform this operation. This demonstrates that the policy only allows you to view information without making changes. Nice. Now choose the X to close the files to stop the instance message. Awesome. Next, check if the user 2 can access Amazon S3. So in service, we'll choose S3. Okay, so you will see the message you don't have permission to list buckets because user 2 does not have permission to access Amazon S3. You will now sign in as user 3 who has been hired as your AWS EC2 administrator. So what we're going to do is we go into this is user. So right here, if we try to create bucket, it's not allow S3, right? S3 here, S3 here. Choose S3. Does they have anything here? Bucket. Nope, you don't have permission to list any bucket. So what we'll do is sign out, and we need to sign back again using this link. Boom. So what we need to do is sign out, which already did. Now place the sign in again, and then we go into use the new username and password for user 3. Now we're back in service menu. We're going to choose EC2. In the navigation pane on the left, choose instances. Alright. Okay. So as an EC2 administrator, you should now have permission to stop the Amazon EC2 instance. So select the instance name LabHost. This one is running, so select it, LabHost. If you cannot see Amazon EC2 instance, then your region might be incorrect. So we have to change it to North Virginia, but our is correct in North Virginia. So we don't need to change the regions. So in the instance state menu, we're going to choose stop instance. Stop instance. Successfully stopped. Now close your private browser window. Our lab is currently complete, and so let me take a screenshot of this. It's our final screenshot. Awesome. So thank you so much everyone for watching, and this is it for today lab. So in conclusions of this lab, what we have done is we explore pre-created IAM users and groups, inspected IAM policies as applied to the pre-created groups, follow a real-world scenario, added users to groups with specific capabilities, and able located and use IAM sign-in URI, experimented with the effect of policies on service access. So thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.